You were not built for comfort, yet everywhere you turn, comfort is sold like salvation. The soft bed, the easy scroll, the instant distraction, all designed to keep you numb, not alive. You're told to take it easy, avoid stress, don't push too hard. But every time you obey that message, a piece of your strength dies. You become softer, slower, weaker, not because the world is cruel, but because comfort has made you forget your nature. The Stoics warned about this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius didn't search for pleasure. He sought mastery. He faced the cold, the chaos, the burden of power. And still, he trained his mind daily. You, too, are being tested, not by war or empire, but by your own comfort. The battle is silent. Between the man you are and the man you could be, the easy life is not freedom. It's a golden cage. You've been taught to chase pleasure and escape pain, as if ease were the ultimate prize. But here's the brutal truth. Ease is the enemy of greatness. The more you run from discomfort, the more fragile your mind becomes. You can't handle stress because you never face it. You can't stay calm because you always reach for distraction. The Stoics called this slavery, being ruled by desire, dependent on comfort, unable to stand alone. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That means the battlefield is internal. Strength begins when you stop seeking escape and start mastering your reaction. The world doesn't make you anxious. Your thoughts do. The world doesn't break you. Your weakness does. Control your mind, and no storm can touch you. Lose that control, and even calm days will destroy you. This is the first brutal truth. No one owes you understanding, respect, or fairness. The world doesn't exist to comfort you. People won't always treat you right, and life won't always feel balanced, and that's not injustice. It's reality. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Stop demanding empathy from those who can't give it. Stop expecting loyalty from those who live by convenience. Every ounce of energy you spend trying to make people act right is energy stolen from your own discipline." The Stoic doesn't chase validation. He creates it by how he carries himself. You can't control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. With calm, clarity, and principle, that's real power, to remain steady in the storm, unshaken by noise. Your peace begins where your expectations end. You keep waiting for others to act right, to apologize, to change. But every moment you wait, you hand them power over your peace. The Stoic path begins when you stop expecting and start executing. You can't force fairness, but you can live with integrity. You can't control loyalty, but you can build strength that doesn't depend on it. The moment you take full responsibility for your reactions, your energy shifts. You stop saying, "Why me?" and start saying, "What now?" That's the mindset of a warrior, not a victim. Marcus Aurelius led armies, endured betrayal, and still wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy." In other words, stay noble when others are petty. Stay calm when others lose control. Stay honest when others lie. You're not here to mirror weakness. You're here to master it. Once you stop demanding from the world and start demanding from yourself, you become unstoppable. Comfort feels safe, but it quietly destroys your edge. It promises peace while it drains your purpose. The soft couch, the endless scrolling, the excuses disguised as self-care. These are the chains of modern slavery. You think you're protecting yourself from pain, but you're only protecting your weakness. Marcus Aurelius lived surrounded by luxury, yet he chose discipline over pleasure. He rose early, faced hardship, and trained his mind to command his body. Why? Because he knew ease breeds apathy, and apathy kills the soul. Every time you pick comfort over challenge, you trade long-term growth for short-term relief. Comfort numbs your hunger, your drive, your spirit. The Stoic doesn't run from discomfort, he hunts it, because he knows every moment of struggle is a forge. You don't grow by escaping pain. You grow by walking through it. Ease whispers in your ear every day, "You've done enough." It tells you to rest when you should rise, to scroll when you should study, to delay when you should act. It feels kind, but it's poison. Ease convinces strong men to live small lives. It tells you that comfort is happiness, when in truth, it's decay. Marcus Aurelius understood this deception well. He wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live." Most people exist, but few truly live, because living requires effort, risk, and pain. You must become suspicious of comfort, because every easy choice steals something from your future. You skip the workout today. You lose discipline tomorrow. You delay your goal today. You lose momentum next week. The man who chooses comfort chooses regret. The man who chooses challenge chooses life. Growth doesn't happen in calm waters. It happens when the waves hit. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your coach. Every struggle you face is shaping you into someone sharper, stronger, and more awake. Marcus Aurelius faced war, sickness, and betrayal, yet he didn't seek to escape. He leaned into the hardship and found strength within it. You must do the same. Every time you face resistance, waking up early, pushing through fatigue, staying calm when provoked, you are training your mind. The Stoics knew that comfort softens, but adversity refines. The more you avoid discomfort, the weaker your spirit becomes. The more you face it, the more unshakable you grow. Pain reveals who you are. Don't run from it. Use it. Let struggle carve away your excuses. Every challenge is an invitation. Evolve or remain ordinary. You've been told to trust your feelings, but your feelings are not truth. They're weather. They shift, rise, and vanish. If you build your life on them, you'll collapse with them. Marcus Aurelius taught, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. That means every emotion is filtered through your perception. Anger, fear, jealousy. They're not commands, they're signals. The weak man obeys them. The strong man observes them, then acts with reason. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing what you feel. It's about separating what's real from what's reaction. You are not anger. You're the one who notices anger. You are not sadness. You're the awareness behind it. Once you understand that truth, emotions lose their power to control you. You stop reacting and start responding. That's freedom. Your mind is the only territory you truly own. Everything else, money, status, approval, can be taken away in an instant. But your thoughts, your focus, your principles, that's your fortress. Most people leave the gates wide open. They let anger march in, fear take the throne, anxiety whisper lies, but a Stoic guards the walls. He questions every emotion, every belief, every impulse before letting it rule. Marcus Aurelius trained this discipline daily, reminding himself, the mind can observe emotion without becoming it. That's your power, to see the storm, yet remain unmoved. When you protect your mind, the world loses its grip on you. No insult can pierce you, no loss can shatter you, because your peace no longer depends on circumstances. It depends on your command of yourself. Build your mind like a fortress, and nothing outside can conquer you. The Stoics didn't try to control everything. They mastered one thing, their response. You can't stop people from being unfair. You can't stop pain, chaos, or betrayal, but you can choose your reaction. And that choice defines your power. Most people surrender that power every day. They get angry at traffic, offended by words, crushed by failure. They think the world is against them, when in truth, it's their mind that's undisciplined. Marcus Aurelius faced assassins, disease, and war, yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." He understood that the man who controls his reaction controls his destiny. When you respond with reason instead of rage, with patience instead of panic, the world no longer dictates who you are. You become calm in the chaos, still in the storm, powerful in silence. That's real control. Most people confuse freedom with indulgence. They think freedom means doing whatever they want, whenever they want, but the Stoics saw through that illusion. Marcus Aurelius knew that real freedom isn't doing what feels good. It's doing what's right, even when it's hard. Every time you give in to comfort, distraction, or laziness, you're not free. You're a prisoner of impulse. Discipline, on the other hand, is liberation. When you rise early, when you act despite fear, when you control your tongue and anger, you're proving that your higher self commands your lower one. That's sovereignty. The undisciplined man obeys his cravings. The disciplined man directs them. Discipline isn't punishment, it's protection. It guards your focus, your purpose, and your peace. Without it, you drift. With it, you rise. Freedom is not in surrendering to your emotions, it's in mastering them. Indulgence feels like freedom until it becomes a cage. Every just one more scroll, just one more bite, just one more day off, forges invisible chains around your willpower. You think you're rewarding yourself, but you're quietly building obedience to impulse. The Stoics saw indulgence as self-betrayal, the act of letting pleasure rule the mind. Marcus Aurelius didn't preach denial, he preached control. He knew that pleasure, when left unchecked, weakens judgment, and destroys purpose. Each indulgence feeds the lazy part of you that fears effort. But each act of restraint feeds the warrior who values strength. True peace doesn't come from giving in. It comes from standing firm. Freedom is not doing what you want. It's having the power to say no when you must. Every refusal sharpens your edge. Every indulgence dulls it. Which side will you feed today? Discipline hurts, but regret destroys. The burn of effort fades. The sting of wasted time lasts forever. The Stoics understood this trade. Marcus Aurelius didn't avoid discomfort. He used it. He saw pain as the price of becoming someone unbreakable. Modern psychology agrees. The brain grows through resistance, not ease. Every time you push through fatigue, your self-trust strengthens. Every time you skip the hard thing, that trust dies a little. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow becomes a graveyard of wasted potential. The question isn't whether life will hurt. It's whether the pain you choose builds you or breaks you. The disciplined man suffers once. The undisciplined man suffers forever. So, choose your pain wisely. The weight of discipline is heavy, but it forges greatness. The weight of regret is light until it crushes you. Every morning is a battle between comfort and purpose. The alarm rings, and your mind whispers, "Stay in bed." That voice is weakness, dressed as kindness. Marcus Aurelius faced the same fight centuries ago. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I must go to work as a human being." He wasn't speaking about labor. He was speaking about duty. You were not made to hide from challenge. You were made to rise and conquer it. Each morning, you win against the urge to delay. You train your will. You reclaim control. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about showing up when comfort begs you to quit. The world belongs to those who act while others wait. Rise early. Move with purpose. Earn your peace through effort. Every sunrise is a test, and your habits are the answer. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build something priceless, self-respect. The weak man breaks his own word and wonders why he feels lost. The strong man honors his word, even when no one's watching. Discipline isn't just about action. It's about trust. When you say, "I'll do it," and you follow through, your mind learns that your words have weight. That's confidence built from integrity, not ego. Marcus Aurelius didn't need applause to feel proud. He drew pride from his consistency. Each act of discipline tells your soul, "I can depend on me." And that feeling, that quiet certainty, is the foundation of all strength. Most people seek motivation. The Stoic seeks respect, not from others. But from within, do the hard thing. Keep your word, and you'll walk with a calm power no praise can replace. You talk as if you have time, but you don't. Every day that passes is one less you'll ever live. Marcus Aurelius warned, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do." Say and think, most people fear death, yet waste life. They postpone dreams, delay growth, and drown their purpose in distraction. You wait for the perfect time, but perfection never comes. You wait to feel ready, but readiness is born through action. The Stoic sees time as sacred, not to be hoarded, but to be used. Each hour you spend scrolling, complaining, or hesitating is an hour stolen from your becoming. You can't control how long you'll live, but you can control how deeply you live now. Stop waiting for someday. It's not coming. Act today. Speak truth today. Build discipline today. The clock doesn't wait. Neither should you. Every second you breathe is a countdown. Yet most people live as if the clock isn't ticking. They move through days half awake, numbed by comfort, promising themselves that one day they'll start living. But Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that life is slipping away moment by moment. The Stoic doesn't fear death. He fears wasting the gift of being alive. He faces his mortality not with panic, but with urgency. You must learn to do the same. Let the awareness of death sharpen your focus, not paralyze your will. Let it remind you that time is your most precious currency. Spend it with intention. Don't wait for the right conditions to begin. They'll never come. Don't plan to be great later. Choose greatness now. Every disciplined act, every moment of presence, every step forward is how you honor the miracle of being alive. Waiting is the slowest form of death. You tell yourself you'll start when you feel ready. But readiness is a myth created by fear. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, betrayals, and war, yet he never waited for peace to act. He moved with purpose in the middle of chaos. The Stoic doesn't need perfect conditions. He creates progress through imperfect action. You waste years waiting for courage, when courage is built by movement. You wait for clarity, when clarity only comes from doing. Life isn't holding anything back from you. You're holding yourself back by hesitating. So stop waiting for the sign, the motivation, the right moment is now. Discipline doesn't wait for emotion. It acts in spite of it. The future belongs to those who start before they feel ready. Action is the cure for fear. Begin now. Time is the one thing you can never earn back, yet you treat it like it's endless. You waste hours on distractions, drown in noise, and call it relaxation. But deep down, it's avoidance. Marcus Aurelius saw time as the truest measure of wisdom. He understood that every breath brings you closer to the end, and therefore, every moment must be lived deliberately. Most people die long before they stop breathing, because they stop growing, stop acting, stop caring. The Stoic refuses that death. He treats every sunrise as a reminder, I am still here, so I still have a duty. Look at your day and ask, is this worth my limited life? Every yes to nonsense is a no to your purpose. You don't need more time. You need to stop wasting the time you already have. You can't control the weather, the economy, or the behavior of others, yet you act as if your peace depends on them. It doesn't. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The Stoic doesn't waste his energy fighting what he can't command. He redirects it inward. You can't make people kind, but you can become patient. You can't make life fair, but you can become resilient. You can't erase chaos, but you can stay composed within it. The weak man blames the world. The strong man builds himself. As long as you depend on external things for stability, you'll live as their servant. But once you master your reactions, you become untouchable. The world will always shake, but you can learn to stand still. Change yourself, and the world loses its power over you. Everything changes the moment you take full ownership of your thoughts. No more blaming, no more excuses, no more waiting for the world to behave. The Stoics called this inner sovereignty, ruling your mind like a disciplined emperor. Marcus Aurelius ruled the largest empire on earth, yet his greatest conquest was internal. He didn't waste time on resentment or control games. He trained his judgment to stay pure, his focus sharp, his reactions deliberate. You must do the same. The modern world teaches you to outsource responsibility, to blame stress, parents, politics, circumstance. But every excuse is an escape from power. Radical ownership means this. Whatever happens, you own your response. You decide what story it tells. You decide what it builds. The moment you accept that truth, you stop being a victim of events and start becoming the architect of your destiny. Inside you lies a fortress no one can invade, unless you open the gates. That fortress is your mind, your principles, your ability to stay composed when everything outside burns. Marcus Aurelius lived through betrayal, death, and war, yet he wrote with peace because his strength came from within. The Stoic builds this inner citadel daily through reflection, restraint, and reason. You can't stop the storms of life, but you can strengthen the walls of your mind. The world will try to provoke you, to lure you into reaction. That's its nature. But the warrior of wisdom doesn't flinch. He observes. He breathes. He acts only when reason commands. Each time you resist chaos, your fortress grows stronger. Eventually, nothing external can move you. You become grounded, calm, and quietly powerful. Not because life got easier, but because you became immovable. Blame is the favorite drug of the powerless. It gives temporary relief, but permanent weakness. The moment you point your finger outward, you surrender your strength. The Stoics rejected blame because they knew it kept men small. Marcus Aurelius faced treachery, loss, and lies, yet he never wrote about revenge, only responsibility. He understood that energy wasted on blame is energy stolen from growth. You can't fix people. You can't rewrite the past, but you can build something stronger inside yourself. Blame delays healing. Discipline creates it. Stop saying they hurt me, and start asking, what can I learn? Stop saying life isn't fair, and start asking, how can I rise above it? Every second spent blaming is a second you could be rebuilding. Trade complaint for construction. The Stoic doesn't react, he rebuilds. That's how power returns. The modern world glorifies noise, constant movement, endless talking, reacting without thought. But stillness is where true strength is born. Marcus Aurelius led armies, governed nations, and still found time each dawn to write in silence. He understood that stillness isn't inaction, it's precision. It's the ability to pause between stimulus and response, to think before you strike, to choose principle over impulse. The weak man reacts to everything. The strong man observes, waits, and acts with purpose. Stillness is control. It's how you dominate chaos without becoming part of it. When you stay calm under pressure, others lose their power over you. When you stay silent in conflict, you expose the noise of weaker minds. The Stoic warrior doesn't need to shout to be strong. His calmness is the loudest voice in the room. When the world shakes, most people collapse with it. Their moods depend on headlines, on gossip, on approval, but the Stoic remains unmoved, not because life is easy, but because his foundation is unshakable. Marcus Aurelius wrote in the midst of chaos, "Be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it. You must become that rock, the calm one, the grounded one, the person whose peace doesn't depend on comfort or control. When others panic, you think. When others shout, you breathe. When others fall apart, you build." The stable man doesn't deny the storm. He becomes the eye of it. That's leadership. That's mastery. The world doesn't need more reactors. It needs anchors. Be the one who steadies others by mastering himself. If you've followed this far, you've walked through 6 brutal but liberating truths, the same principles that shaped Marcus Aurelius into an emperor of the mind. First, no one owes you anything. Second, comfort kills potential. Third, you are not your emotions. Fourth, discipline is freedom. Fifth, life is short. And sixth, the world won't change, but you can. These aren't theories, they are weapons. Each one slices through the illusions that keep people weak. They strip away entitlement, laziness, and fear until only strength remains. These truths demand that you stop begging for peace and start building it, that you stop worshiping comfort and start training resilience. The Stoic path isn't about feeling good, it's about becoming good. Each truth is a mirror. Look into it, and you'll see the man you were meant to be. Calm, powerful, and completely free. Philosophy means nothing if it stays in your head. You don't need more quotes, you need practice. Marcus Aurelius didn't write meditations to impress others. He wrote to train himself, to sharpen his thoughts through repetition and discipline. Knowledge becomes power only when it's lived. So stop collecting ideas and start applying them. Reflect every morning, what can I control today? What will I let go of? How will I act with virtue? Then do it, without delay, without debate. The Stoic path is built in silence, one action at a time. Read less about strength and live it. Talk less about discipline and prove it. Let your behavior be your philosophy. You don't become unshakable by thinking, you become unshakable by acting. Wisdom without action is wasted. Action guided by wisdom transforms everything. You've walked through the fire of 6 Stoic truths. Now comes the test. The world will not reward your intentions. It will test your discipline. You will be tempted to fall back into comfort, to react, to blame, to wait. But remember this, the Stoic warrior doesn't break. He builds. Marcus Aurelius didn't escape pain. He transformed it into purpose. He didn't beg for peace. He forged it through mastery of his mind. And that's your task now, to live as if philosophy were muscle, not theory, to act with clarity, to stand tall when others bend, to remain calm when everything shakes. Write these truths down. Reflect on them daily. Let them become your armor. Because the world won't slow down, but you can slow your mind. The noise won't stop, but you can rise above it. You are not here to survive. You are here to master yourself. And through that, master life. Before you scroll away, take a moment to breathe and reflect. Everything you just heard isn't theory. It's a challenge. The Stoic path begins when you decide that enough is enough. Enough waiting, enough excuses, enough surrendering to comfort. Marcus Aurelius changed his life not through luck, but through daily discipline. And so can you. The question is simple. Will you stay the same, or will you rise? Change doesn't start tomorrow. It starts the moment you choose to act differently today. If this message struck something in you, let me know. Leave your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. I want to hear how you'll apply this in your own life. Your story might be the spark that inspires someone else to rise too. If you found value here, gently tap that like button. Share this video with someone who needs strength today. And subscribe to Momentum Mindset for more Stoic wisdom and mental mastery. Thank you for listening. Now go out there, take control of your mind, and live with purpose.